Have you ever wanted to know how a streamer runs everything? Like their alerts, their transitions, their webcam, their overlays, all that stuff? Well, that's good, because today I'm gonna show you all that stuff. By the way, if you wanna see any of the stuff I showed you today in action, go ahead and follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/pixelclubhouse. I stream every other day, if not every day. Let's get started. So I think the only right way to start this off is with the most important component when it comes to streaming, the computer itself. There are basically two different ways to run a stream. You can either do it with one PC or two PCs. With a two PC setup, one PC handles the gaming, the other PC handles the streaming. I go by one PC. If you're gonna have a one PC setup, it's very important that the PC's powerful enough to handle streaming and gaming at the same time. So this is what I have in my computer. I'm reading the specs off of my phone, by the way, because I actually forget most of the time what half of the stuff in my computer is, which I shouldn't because I built it, but it's just a lot of info for me sometimes, so I forget. Anyway, here we go. For the CPU, I have the AMD Ryzen Threadripper 1920X. For the motherboard, I have the Zenith Extreme X399. For my GPU, I have the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. For my RAM, and I'll admit, I kind of messed up a little bit here, and you're gonna see why in 2 seconds. As I was saying, for my RAM, I have the CORSAIR Vengeance 32GB DDR4 2400. Yeah, I know. As for my cooler, I have the Thermaltake Floe Riing 360 TT, and for the case, I have the CORSAIR Crystal 570X. All right, on to peripherals. For my keyboard, I have the CORSAIR K55. For my mouse, I have the Scimitar Pro, and for the headset, I have the SteelSeries Arctis 7's wireless headset. Now for my microphone, I have the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB version because I don't really think I need to run it through a mixer or anything. I think it's pretty simple just going through a USB. I don't really need to do much. As for my camera, I have the Canon 80D, which runs to my computer through the Elgato Game Capture. As far as hardware goes, I think that's it. Oh, I actually almost forgot. I actually have two Elgato key lights, as you can see right here. All right, let's move on to some software, shall we? The first thing that has to be mentioned is OBS Studio. Now, there's a reason everybody pretty much uses OBS Studio instead of other programs like XSplit and things like that. It's because it works the best. It has way more options. It has way more things you can customize, way more things that you can change and optimize to make your stream look better and sound better. Overall, it just pretty much crushes every other competition that I can think of and that I pretty much know of. But again, if you know something better, please let me know. I'm down to try anything else. So let's get into stream settings when it comes to OBS, okay? Let me show you and tell you exactly what I have running. Okay, so in OBS, go to settings, go to the output tab, and go to advanced mode. Okay, I have the new NVENC encoder. I have the NVENC encoder set up because I have the 1080 Ti, which is pretty powerful. So I can use that to run my game and run my stream at the same time, which leaves the CPU to pretty much do whatever it wants and do anything else. It doesn't do a lot when I stream, which is good, because again, because I have the 1080 Ti, that all works out pretty well for me. My rate control is CBR, which stands for control bitrate, and my bitrate itself is at 7,000. I understand Twitch doesn't really allow 7,000. However, that's kind of personally what works for me. I know there are people who can get away with 2,500 or 5,000, so on and so forth. For some odd reason, 2,500 doesn't work for me. I'm sure it's something I'm doing. I'm sure it's user error. Again, any tips, man, any tips. I swear, I'm not pro at this. So if you guys can offer any suggestions to make this a lot easier on my computer or a lot easier for anything in this situation, please let me know. My keyframe intervals are set to 0, my preset is max quality, and my profile is set to high. Leave everything else in that tab exactly the way it is. If you want to copy my exact settings, I don't really suggest copying my exact settings because these are what work for me, but I'm just letting you know that's what you got to do if you want to copy my settings. If you go down to the video tab, I have my stream set to 1080p 60 frames per second. I'm not a partner on Twitch, however, so it's not really recommended that you do that. However, I do it anyway. But I personally have been thinking about bringing it back down to 900p where I had it before, because I think it'll just be better for everybody who's trying to view the stream. For my mic audio and OBS, I kind of have a lot going on. I have an entire chain of effects plugins done by Reaper plugins. Good thing their stuff is free. If you want to go to their website, I highly suggest that you download their stuff if you want to have pristine mic quality. Anyway, as far as my chain goes, I have a gate, I have a sub EQ under that to take out any of the room noise. I have a compressor just to make everything sound pretty much like a broadcast, but not quite. and then I have an EQ to boost certain frequencies after the compressor. Now, for my stream visuals, I essentially have two different screens. I have my intermission screen and I have my gameplay screen. These are both things that I made myself in Photoshop and in Adobe After Effects. My intermission screen consists of 3 screens, my main camera, whatever's on my desktop at the time, and then my webcam that's actually nailed to my wall in the corner of my studio. The webcam in the corner is pretty much just there for eye candy. Sometimes I like to look at my own setup while I'm looking at my intermission screen because I really like the way that I have my studio set up. I swear I'm not conceited. I just really think it's cool where I have it right now. For my gameplay scene, it's pretty minimal, just like my intermission screen. It's just pretty much a white border, and then I have a mask over my camera, so it takes the same exact shape of the border. And then I just have my latest follower and my latest subscriber as 2 little small icons with their names on the side of my camera. And that's pretty much it, besides the little follow train that goes on below my webcam whenever somebody follows. Same thing that goes for the intermission screen. Right on the bottom of my main camera, whenever somebody follows, a follow train starts. And if somebody follows within the span of 30 minutes, the train will restart. Since we're getting into different widgets like the subtrain, I should probably tell you I run everything through Stream Elements. As far as widgets go, my alerts and everything else, I don't like Streamlabs. If you use it, that's completely fine, I suppose. I personally just think Stream Elements is way better, and I'll fight you on it. Like real hard, I'll fight you on it. There are 2 really big reasons that I really like Stream Elements, okay? And the 2 big reasons are this. First of all, they have their own plugin for OBS called obs.live, where you can see your activity feed and your chat and your media requests all on your OBS application on your computer, which I think is super useful and saves a lot of monitor space. The second reason is everything that you want to put into Stream Elements to use for your stream, including your overlays, any photos, any images, any alerts, is all done through their overlay editor on their website. And the way you get it to OBS is through one browser source link, which saves a ton of CPU. As for my alerts, I had somebody on Fiverr.com make my alerts. His name is Vain Concepts. I will link his page down below because I really think he made awesome alerts for my channel. The 2 that he made are really cool. My logo kind of spins, and I added sounds to it, but the logo kind of spins and reveals the name. And then for the subscriber alert, it does the exact same thing, but there's a lightning flash. There's like lightning shocks. Vain Concepts on Fiverr actually also made my stinger transition that I use on my stream, which I think is also really cool. By the way, I just activate the stinger transition with the hotkey on my stream, which is either F5, F6, depending on which scene I'm transitioning over to. But I really think a transition is pretty crucial when it comes to having a professional looking stream. Anyway, I'll show you the transition as well. I think it looks really cool. I hope you found the information in this video to be helpful. If there's anything that I missed or if you have any other questions, please leave a comment in the section below or come to my Twitch channel while I'm streaming and ask me in chat. I'll be more than happy to answer it for you live. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel because I'm gonna be uploading videos here frequently from now on for as long as I live. Or something. I don't know. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. Have a good day. See ya. Hi.
There you go. I got you, friend. Good shit.
Oh, we're dead.
I got you, friend. Throwing Arc Star.
No, we're not.